a very long time. The Sunderland manager, Dennis Smith, jubilant after their win on Monday night, which confirmed his team as champions of Division 3 for 1988-87 season. And quite a number of those Sunderland Geordie supporters are here in fancy dress as well. And there you are, JR from Dallas, eat your heart out. I bet you haven't got one that big. Is it a home match for Sunderland? Well, it's absolutely not. But the ticket sales estimated in Sunderland for this match are in the region of 6,000. So 6,000 fans supporting their side here at Millmoor, and good to see the Bobby getting in the spirit of it over on the far side with the supporters there. Well, the atmosphere is bubbling here at Millmoor. You'd think it was a cup final, not that I've been to one, but it's really going. And Rotherham United take to the field where, for a change, there are twice as many visiting supporters as home supporters. And the Rotherham United side, in goal is Callum O'Hanlon, 2 Colin Douglas, 3 Phil Crosby, 4 Tony Grealish retrieves that shirt from Sean Goodwin, 5 Nigel Johnson, 6 John Green, Darryl Pugh in 7, John Dunworth 8 for Sean Goodwin, 9 is Clyde Mendonca, 10 Paul Haycock, 11 Winston Campbell, the 2 substitutes for Rotherham United, Sean Goodwin, who reverts to the bench after a couple of tremendous games, and John Buckley. That's Winston Campbell. We'll have a look at the Sunderland side before the officials come out onto the park. And we got a special mascot complete with pigtails down there as well. The visiting mascot, Sunderland, is 6 years of age, Dion Emma Portas. Well, I hope you get a copy of the video, Dion, and you look at it in years to come. She attends Beadwell Hebburn Infant School. Her hobbies are dancing and roller skating, and taking penalties as well. And we'll battle against the public address system with the Sunderland side for you. In goal is Ian Hesford, number 2 John Kay, Frank Gray is 3, Gary Bennett at 4, 5 John McPhail, 6 Steve Doyle, 7 Paul Lemon, 8 Colin Pascal, 9 Eric Gates, 10 Marco Gabbiadini, 11 Gordon Armstrong. I'm not paid for those big names, you know. 12 Richard Ord, and the second substitute for Sunderland is Keith Birchin. And it's spelt completely differently, but I'm recommended by the Sunderland supporters here today that that's the way it's pronounced, and I sincerely hope that's right. Congratulations to Sunderland, confirmed champions of the third division last Monday night with that 3-1 emphatic win against Northampton Town. The officials on duty for this game, the referee, it's a crucial match from the Rotherham point of view. Kay Morton, the two linesmen Mr. G.P. Davis and J.T. Wilson. Along with John Green down there is another mascot. The other mascot for this match is Richard Halliwell, who's aged 12. He goes to Clifton Comprehensive School just down the road. His hobbies are football, rugby and snooker. And his favourite Millers player is Carl Airey. Go on, Dion. Dion shaking hands with the referee and her fellow mascot. It is a carnival atmosphere today, but I think the Rotherham end is somewhat fewer than the 4,000 that the club officially hoped for. So we'll have a guess at the attendance, perhaps about 7,000 or 8,000. And we got a spy in the camp. Perhaps Tyne Tees Television or someone following their Glory Boys season of success. Well, the pleasantries are over with. It's coming round to 3 o'clock, and I bet there's quite a few radios and headphones around the ground today, all keeping a watch on the performances of Grimsby, Southend and Chesterfield. Can Paul Haycock, number 9, centre of your picture, break the deadlock for Rotherham United? Can he cause a bit of an upset to Sunderland's celebrations? Somehow I think that's difficult. Tony Grealish back in the midfield for Rotherham United, but he's up against the best side in the third division. Oh, it's Phil Crosby with the first head and the first throw-in of the afternoon. And Frank Gray, sorry, John Kay to take it. I beg his pardon. Johnson with the head, Campbell, but Kay in the way. Johnson again, and Crosby. A free kick immediately to Sunderland. The free kick conceded on Gabbiadini. And it will be taken by Gordon Armstrong. 4 players in the box for Sunderland. The cross comes in. Johnson with a head. Back to Armstrong. Well, Lemon did well. Back to Lemon again. I think the wind involved with that, and it's a goal kick. A week ago, it looked like destination Division 4 for Rotherham. 2 surprising wins. and a balloon. Sunderland in their away strip, of course, attacking the right-hand goal. I failed to mention that. And the match sponsored by William Stones and Trienco Redfire Limited. The buzz at the top of this main stand is terrific. Johnson got the head in. The referee thought about a free kick again, which would have been in the favour of Gabbiadini. Campbell turning on the ball, but no free kick. Kay. That's Gates. Return to Gates. Oh, lovely ball. He's in. It's 1-0. Well, after just 3 minutes, Eric Gates has returned through ball to Gabbiadini, was superb, slotting home past Callum O'Hanlon with ease. Sunderland 1, Rotherham 0. And that is a nightmare of a start for the Millers. Gates again, that was a foul, a late challenge by Johnson, and Mr. Morton goes over to him. One has the feeling that not a lot is going to stop the celebrations on or off the park for Sunderland this afternoon. A free kick taken by Frank Gray. Haycock in the way. Campbell up in the air. Haycock up. Very hard pitch down the centre. Not a lot of grass. And somewhat uneven. Flicked on by Lemon. Haycock for Rotherham. Dungworth trying to find the wing. Pugh's first touch. Douglas. Long chase. McPhail in the way. Haycock getting in there. The ball in play. Well, it's a shocking start for Rotherham United, trailing by 1-0. A superbly well taken goal for Sunderland. Johnson, Grealish, again Kay in the way. Lifted by Doyle. Free kick to Rotherham, this time against Gabbiadini. Dennis Smith and Sunderland must be delighted, but O'Hanlon couldn't stop the goal. Doyle in the way, free kick to him though. Now the torment from the Sunderland supporters echoes around the ground. Johnson in the way, and a free kick conceded by Gates. Well, just at the moment, I'm not absolutely sure there are any Rotherham supporters in the ground. Grealish. Mendonca. Dungworth beaten to the ball though by Doyle. Doyle again. Well, he's lost out to Haycock but wins it back. That's given to Pugh. At the end it was tidied up by Pascal. Mendonca finding space. Pugh just keeping the ball in play. And it's a Rotherham throw. Douglas with that throw. Grealish chips forward for Pugh. No flag. It's in the air. And comfortably away for the Blues. Oh! Pugh. Some applause, but the effort was tame. Play on. Pugh trying to get inside, drops it back toward Douglas, but a free kick awarded to Rotherham. Douglas wants to get on with this fairly quickly for obvious reasons. Then he leaves the ball for Grealish and Campbell. On the edge of the box, 4 Rotherham players and Mendonca in the middle. Free kick to Rotherham. Rotherham's injury and suspension list eased, of course, with the return of Tony Grealish and Nigel Johnson, and in spite of it, they're not yet looking the part. Campbell gets past Kay. He's trying to get into the box. The linesman's pointing to the penalty spot or a goal kick. In fact, it was a goal kick. I thought he was flagging for a foul at first. And some shouts from the terraces for a penalty for Rotherham. Grealish. Oh, lovely ball forward by Gates. Once again, Gabbiadini could be on for his second. Now, the Rotherham fullback trying to force him wide and succeeding with that effort. And Sunderland's Gordon Armstrong changing the boots, obviously not happy with the studs in use on the pitch at the moment. Gary Bennett allowing the ball to go for a throw, and Kay will take it. Gabbiadini on. He looks a hell of a live wire player. Grealish got in the way, but another Sunderland throw. The Rokerites triumphant, taking the championship and winning by 1-0 today. They have another throw to Sunderland. Just 11 minutes on the watch now. Rotherham United 0, Sunderland 1. And for the first time in the match, I can hear myself speaking. Crosby. Oh, the ball taken from him. Kay. He was looking for Paul Lemon, but Lemon hadn't made the move. It's a goal kick. Haycock's head, looked for Mendonca. Green, foul in his favour. Eric Gates can't believe it. And Green to take the kick. Haycock trying to flick on. Lemon. Gabbiadini. Lemon again. They look lively at the front, Sunderland. Dungworth intercepted for Rotherham. Pugh late, and a free kick immediately offered by the ref. Gabbiadini, free kick to Johnson and Rotherham. The Rotherham manager must be having some palpitations now on that touchline, wondering what the other sides are doing. To be sure of safety today, Rotherham needed to win. It wouldn't have mattered then. They're trailing by a goal to nil. Forward for Mendonca, drops the ball for Dungworth. Forward looking for Pugh, but the ball wasn't a good one. In the way, Frank Gray. Trustworthy, former Leeds United player, of course. Lovely turn, Gabbiadini. Made John Green's challenge look clumsy, which I suppose it was. Johnson's going up but didn't get there. Ahead of him was Bennett, the skipper. It will be Johnson's kick. Dungworth heading on well. He's not had a busy afternoon so far, has he? 15 minutes on the watch, and only one lukewarm save to make for Hesford. That's a Sunderland foul, and Eric Gates appears to be in some difficulty. Well, that wall's not 10 yards, but there we are. Gray with the kick. He was on target, poking it in the corner, but the alert O'Hanlon in the way. Headed back, but offside against Gabbiadini. Haycock challenging late. Pugh going over the ball. That could be, well, the player getting up, which is sporting of him. The referee having words with Pugh. And possibly saying, that's the second time I've had a word with you. Well, sportingly, Frank Gray getting back to his feet didn't make anything of a meal of it. Douglas got the head, then Green. Up was Armstrong. And a free kick to Sunderland. Quickly taken, the flag goes up against Paul Lemon. After brilliant sunshine all morning, superb early summer weather, it's clouded over a little, but I'm sure the players are grateful of that. It would have been very hot down there. Kay drops it back to Gray. The outside of the foot, nicely done. Gates. And those Sunderland supporters not happy there, but the linesman awarding the throw. Johnson heading. And it's a goal kick. Just about 20 minutes on the watch now. Rotherham United 0, Sunderland 1. That's the bad news from the Rotherham point of view. Well up, Bennett, Colin Pascal. They look lively, don't they? Eric Gates, Lemon, Kay. Tried to drop it for Gates, but Crosby got a toe there. It's a Sunderland throw-in. Talk about under the referee's nose. I was a little surprised that the referee didn't take the name of Johnson there. Colin Pascal sent sprawling. These are difficult times for Rotherham. Flicked over the top, a nice flick as well. It was a good thing Douglas was in the way. Mr. Morton asking for a second ball. We lost the first over the stand with the Rotherham players' clearance. Headed down and winning a free kick for his efforts. Mendonca forward by Dungworth, but Bennett was always going to be there. Yes, quite right. Actually, the nudge was unnecessary because the ball was going out of play. And Kay and Campbell. Well, he almost landed himself into trouble, but it may have been caused to some extent by the poor condition of the pitch, the well-worn condition really, in the centre of the park. Johnson, Armstrong trying to get there, but the Rotherham player was first. Doyle, Douglas, oh! Well, Colin Pascal telling us what he thought about it. Up again was Steve Doyle. Mendonca trying to head on ahead of Bennett. Nicely turned by Frank Gray. Lovely run forward by Gabbiadini. He timed it to perfection. Pugh offside against Haycock. It's a Sunderland throw. And those supporters loving every minute. Green heading down in front of Pascal, forward by Bennett. Douglas clearing the ball. Good move by Gates. Foul throw. The referee indicating that the Sunderland player had lifted a foot off the ground and awarding the throw to Rotherham. The offender, of course, was Gordon Armstrong. Grealish trying to get there. It's another Rotherham throw. Rotherham as yet not firing on three, never mind four cylinders. But is this caused by a very effective Sunderland? And they look so sharp at the front. McPhail. Crosby in the way. Gates. Douglas got a toe there. Okay. Douglas again. Early ball for Pugh. The cross, the chase, and the keepers. And it would have been a foul had he dropped the ball. Mendonca, Pugh tried the early return, but always well marked by McPhail was Mendonca. Pugh again, Douglas going forward, Dungworth inside. He's been quiet so far. Yes, little nudge by Haycock, right under the referee's nose. Well, he couldn't keep it in play. Well, Rotherham staged something of a late recovery. They were in intensive care on life support, and surprisingly to some, took 6 points from the last 2 games. The match against Aldershot was by no means a classic. They managed to win that with a goal very late in the game, but it was the points that mattered to the then new manager Billy McEwan. Following it, the journey to Gillingham paid dividends with a very good win, and according to those who travelled, a well-deserved win as well. Today the champions came, they saw, and at the moment they are conquering. Haycock got ahead to that. Grealish. The run between Bennett and Haycock, it's always Bennett's. Johnson being made to work. Very lively front line, of course, marshalled by Eric Gates. Now Kay. Pascal. Doyle. Return to Doyle. Penalty. And the referee taking the name of Tony Grealish for the complaint straight away. And sending the other Rotherham players away. Eric Gates went down, and Rotherham looked doomed. In the dying seconds against Aldershot, the Rotherham keeper pulled off a magnificent save to keep the points in Rotherham's favour, and we've got an idiot on the park. But I suspect he's going to see very little else of this match. Well, that's the disappointing side of football, I'm afraid. And the lad taking the ball, ironically, was a Sunderland supporter. And they're trying to take a penalty kick. Perhaps unnerving the Rotherham keeper, perhaps unnerving the penalty taker, who is John McPhail. So much experience, I doubt it. Here we go. And now words with Eric Gates. And the Rotherham keeper, no doubt, very disappointed. Well, McPhail stopped in full flight. I've never seen that happen before in my life. And another go. Eventually, McPhail makes it 2. Grealish Campbell, Gray. And the Sunderland songs of joy go around the ground. Dungworth with the flick. Haycock tries to knock it on. It's a Rotherham throw. The Rotherham substitutes warming up as well. I should think so as well. And that's not a reflection of the way they're playing as to the way they're being beaten at the moment. The manager has got to try something new. Rotherham complaints, but it's only a throw-in. Headed out. Dungworth lifting it. Campbell heading it on. No Rotherham player able to get behind it. It's a goal kick. Well, Rotherham manager McEwen knew that Smith's side would be difficult to beat. It had to be the most difficult of the three final matches. Had to be. Lemon for Bennett. And Hesford, who's not been so busy yet, and certainly not busy enough from the Rotherham supporters' viewpoint. That was a foul by Dungworth, and well picked up by the ref. This could be on, but wide. And the police behind that goal are having some real difficulty. It's a shame because the atmosphere has been so good and the referee's looking at them. Well, it's in danger of spilling out onto the pitch, but we're here to watch the football. Hopefully. Oh, Gabbiadini's going to go. Oh! Well, that was a good stop from the Rotherham goalkeeper. A very good stop indeed. I thought Gabbiadini was going past him there, and the referee, well, I thought he was stopping the throw in there. The police are actually now on the park. Well, it's amazing. It's amazing to me how what was such a triumphant atmosphere could change. Into one of confrontation. Johnson's head. That was Pascal's efforts or attempt. Bennett's head. It took a knock onto the Rotherham player. Turned inside was Kay. Mendonca. He's got the free kick. The Rotherham supporters complaining now. Grealish loses possession. Well, good tackle. and it hurts. John Green did the tackle. Pascal. Yes, just got a touch off Douglas. Gates, free kick, sorry, foul throw. The throw now to be taken by Rotherham. I can't... What's happening down here at the moment is beyond description. And at the moment, I'm not really talking about the football. I'm distracted by it. They're actually winning this match by 2 goals to nothing. Howard, we've got football. Haycock in the... Was there a nudge? The corner kick. The Rotherham supporter shouting for a penalty. A little nudge came in by McPhail just at the right moment. Perhaps it was a fair challenge. The corner kick to Rotherham. Well, is it possible for Rotherham to drag themselves back into this match? Campbell with the kick. No, good clearance, Grealish, and then Gray in the way. That's a Rotherham ball, out by Armstrong. Headed on, McPhail, away, Pascal, Dungworth, Grealish. Lifted by Douglas, but not with distance. Campbell tried. Green's head. Bennett in the way. Pascal. Gray back to him. Good tackle by Grealish. And that's John Green supporting his midfield. The ball for Campbell was a difficult one for him to take, but he won the throw. Campbell. Oh, the cross was very poor. And Sunderland and Gates. That's a throw for Sunderland. Green with the head. Gray from Doyle. Looking for Pascal. It's a corner. And in the background somebody scurries over a rooftop and into the ground. He obviously didn't buy a ticket. Headed out by Douglas. Grealish lifting it, no distance. McPhail, Green, McPhail again, Douglas, but still Sunderland coming back at them. a foul right on the edge of the box. Marco Gabbiadini prostrate from Nigel Johnson. Now what can Sunderland make of this? 2-0 the score. The referee ordering the Rotherham wall to go back a full 10 yards. And the referee wants them to go back still further. And the Rotherham keeper is shouting some instruction. On the ball is Armstrong, but 2 or 3 lined up behind. One is Frank Gray as a possibility. No. Lovely shots. It was Gates, and it was a good save. Well, the time for me in the first 45 minutes has flown. Just about a minute to go for the interval. Haycock, well, they're battling down the centre of the park. Now, Sunderland respond once more. Crosby unimpressed. He thought he'd got the ball fairly. But Gordon Armstrong, I'm sure, disagreed. And another free kick in a similar position to the last just a few moments ago, but perhaps a little further away. Frank Gray on the ball this time. And they're asking for the ball to go back a full 10 yards, which it certainly is not. The ball hitting the wall. Campbell getting past Armstrong. He's on a run. McPhail thought and then waited. Inside on this side is Haycock. Well, supporting on the right, Douglas. Oh. Well, there goes the half-time whistle. And it's a headache of a half-time for Billy McEwan to consider a substitution. I would say that he must, but he also is rushing off, I'm sure, to listen to the local scores on the other games affecting Rotherham United at the bottom of the 3rd Division. No headache for Dennis Smith. Thanks very much indeed to Gabbiadini, 2nd minute goal, making it 1-0, followed by the 30th minute penalty kick, and a second attempt, McPhail converting. Just a few moments ago, Eric Gates' free kick brought a brilliant save from the Rotherham keeper. But to be fair, it's all been Sunderland.
In front of the ground is the Rotherham United Supporters Club Player of the Year Awards. Live group The Works, concert comedian W. Pheasant and DJ Allen. Tickets are £2, available on the door. And next Friday the 13th of May, 8 to 1 a.m. Telegram is organised.
And we stand by now for the Mayday draw. This is £1,000 Rotherham United lottery, which has brought some very much needed finance into the club. And as usual with Rotherham, they try to find someone special.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To make this afternoon's Mayday draw, we have a man who holds a special place in the hearts of both Rotherham United and Sunderland supporters. He joined Rotherham United in December 1967 in the reign of Tommy Doherty and immediately became a fan favourite. In December 1970, he joined today's visitors Sunderland for a fee of £100,000 and went on to play for England no less
former Rotherham United favourites, Sunderland favourites, who went on to play for England many times, David Watson. A nice touch as well to get a former player for both clubs. I think Sunderland signed him for about £100,000. Hey, those were the days.
The first draw, ladies and gentlemen, is for £1,000. And the first number is a 0. 0. 2. 0. 2. 5. 025, number 25, and the winner is Mr. Green of William Street, Rotherham. Second draw for Sunderland for 2 at the Moat House. Third number 11, 1,100. 113. 1,136. 1136. And the winner is Anthony Wilkinson of Linley Street, Rotherham. The third draw for a £10 meat voucher, and the first number 4. Second number 8, 480. 8488. And the winner, S. Chatterley from Boston Castle Grove at Rotherham. And the fourth draw is for a £100 voucher. A Pontins holiday voucher for £100. First number 10, 1,090. 1,090. And the winner is Mrs. Irene Pepper of Romarsh. Thanks very much, Dave. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Dave, can you tell me, what are you doing now? Are you in football or are you in business or what?
No, I'm in business, not in...
Sorry about the whistle. Would you like a chance to get back into football then, Dave?
No, I don't think so, not now.
Not now? Would you have done in the past?
I think when I first retired, I fancied getting into football, but I've left it 3 years and I'm too busy now, really.
Fine. Have you got a message for the Sunderland supporters, Dave? Behave yourself! And the Rotherham supporters?
I just hope that Rotherham stay up in the division. I congratulate Sunderland on getting promoted, but I think they're a great set of fans. Don't disgrace yourselves today, lads. I hope you remember that. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And welcome back to the start of this second half. It's do or die for the Millers, and congratulations to Mr. Green of Rotherham, who took £1,000 away today. The half-time scores not looking so good for Rotherham United, actually. Grimsby 1, Aldershot 1, which would put them above Rotherham. Southend 1, Blackpool 0, which would put them above Rotherham, and Chesterfield 1, Plymouth 0. In actual fact, Grimsby are the team that wouldn't go above Rotherham, but Southend and Chesterfield both would on the half-time scores if those scores stay the same and Rotherham lose. So, at present, Rotherham now are in the playoff position. As we start the second half, Rotherham are in the playoff position for a hope of football in the third division next season. And Rotherham has started the second half with Sean Goodwin back on the park. and he's taken the place of Tony Grealish. Mendonca back on the right for Goodwin. He's in the box. Did he get a touch? It's a goal kick. In fact, with both substitutes on the park, and so Grealish is off, and I would say Goodwin is on. John Buckley is on, and I can see John Dungworth in the middle of the park, but oh, that was a late one. We're trying to work out who the other Rotherham player is that's off the field. Pugh is still on the park. Oh, sliced by the fullback. It's Winston Campbell. So Winston Campbell and Tony Grealish are off for the last 45. And obviously for the interested Sunderland supporters, no substitutions, but really none were expected. Bit of a nudge by Frank Gray, I'm sure you saw that, on the blind side of the ref. Johnson, Crosby, Bennett, given to Mendonca. Well, Haycock went down in the box, but it was well saved by Hesford. Haycock going down with McPhail in an off-the-ball incident, but the referee certainly watching the tackle from the goalkeeper on Mendonca. Splendid stop, really. Could have been a collision between Haycock and McPhail. Off the ball. Free kick against McPhail. Goodwin placing it. Rotherham trailing by 2-0. And I'm sure Dungworth has Pugh behind him. This is he. Square. Goodwin. He's a little powerhouse, this player. And perhaps he should have been on at the start. Well, I'm sure as Rotherham have found the other
Attention please, Mr. Keith Marriott of Green Rise Rollmarket on the ground. Could he please come to the Sunderland box? That's Keith Marriott of Green Rise Rollmarket. Thank you.
What I was trying to say is that all the other sides at the foot of the division will also know that Rotherham are trailing at home against Sunderland. That would have given them additional spirit for the second half fights for survival that they are going through. It's a mountain for Rotherham to climb now. And as the minutes go, that mountain is increasing in size. Billy McEwen was quoted as having said that it's not the end of the world if Rotherham are relegated today. He starts again for next season to rebuild a side. Well, that may yet happen. But as I said a few minutes ago, Rotherham at the moment occupy a playoff position if the scores remain the same and Rotherham collecting no points. Mendonca keeping it in. Well, fortunate for Buckley. Chipped into the box towards Pugh. Buckley's head, Kay. Pascal beaten by Douglas. More determination from Rotherham in the second half. Pugh goes up. It's an own goal! It is an own goal by Kay. Well, that own goal could put Rotherham back into this game. Johnson. McPhail. Crosby. Goodwin. Armstrong. Well, still Sunderland. Gates. Lovely football again. This is where they look dangerous. Pascal. Inside of Douglas, look for Gates, but Goodwin collects. Goodwin and Buckley on the touchline. McEwen's on his feet. Well, Armstrong. Gates returning it to Armstrong. There was a foul. The linesman spotted it. Quite right, Mr. Linesman. And I think Colin is the offender, in spite of the shake of the head. He wasn't too happy, but he smiled. That's the main thing. Rotherham United 1, Sunderland 2, and the referee is telling the Rotherham manager to sit down. Sometimes I don't think they've got a heart. He's not worried about relegation at all, you know. Technically coaching, of course. On the sidelines, Goodwin. Oh, he kept a cool head again. Mendonca has space. Haycock.
Please come down to the players' entrance. Thank you.
Buckley's head, Haycock. Flick for Mendonca, but it should be the keepers. Well, Rotherham United have pulled a goal back, and it's really thanks to Sunderland because it was an own goal, and I hope I picked the number up right. I'm sure it was a full-back. I'm fairly sure it was a full-back K. If it isn't, my apologies to him. Oh, late challenge by Douglas on Pascal. He wasn't happy about that at all. But the ball comes back to him. The whistle's gone. And this time the boos are from the Rotherham supporter. Douglas being pulled back for that hard challenge. Well, looking at those scores coming in, the news couldn't be much worse. The free kick is given in favour of Mendonca. He was pulled back by Bennett. The Rotherham United supporters wanting for the penalty. It would have been a fairly harsh penalty, but nevertheless, I thought the other one earlier was a little bit on the hard side. It's 11 men in the 6-yard box or around it for Sunderland. It must be one of the most difficult chances to score from here. On the ball is Goodwin, behind is Dungworth. Into the wall. Buckley tries to get to the byline. Corner, goal kick. And the sun coming out. And Sunderland in no hurry at all. You can hardly blame them. And Sunderland coming out again. This is Kay. Well, the ball taken from Gates by Johnson. Goodwin, Bennett, Gates in the air for Armstrong. Sunderland surging again. It was looking for Pascal. The clearance was poor. Bit of a panic for Colin Douglas. Headed on by Haycock, Mendonca and Bennett. The referee looked and not interested this time. Armstrong over the top of Johnson. Douglas got in the way. Crosby. Goodwin. Was he nudged off the ball by Doyle? No. Douglas in a panic. Gates, the shot! Don't leave much to Eric Gates. He's not missed many in his brilliant career. Well, it's a close call for Hesford, but not that close. The opposite end again. Rotherham United must have had a rocket at half-time because they're playing with more fire in the second half than they did in the whole of the first. Partially lifted, of course, by an own goal. It strikes me that nothing much is going to stop the carnival of celebrations that's going on around the ground with the Sunderland supporters. Dungworth. Pugh. Haycock dropped it short though. McPhail in the way. Gates. And then Dungworth. "60 minutes on the watch. Rotherham United 1, Sunderland 2. Sunderland goals coming in the first half. You can't help the feeling though that Sunderland could step up a gear at any time. McPhail got the head. Quite an important one in front of Haycock. Goodwin, Mendonca. Mendonca is looking for help over here. Nice ball toward Goodwin. Comfortably done by Steve Doyle. Johnson. Pascal was beaten by Douglas. Kay in the way. Douglas, it'll be a Rotherham ball. Buckley. Buckley turning past Kay. Mendonca waits, makes the run. He's early. And the keeper just getting there on the edge of the box. Well, some determination. It's a corner kick. John Buckley. Some firm challenges going in there, particularly from Pascal. And Buckley to take the corner kick. Former Leeds United player. Probably spent time with Frank Gray, now that I think about it. Oh, another deflection, the head by Haycock. Forward by Douglas. Goodwin and Mendonca. Play on. Buckley, support with Douglas behind him, doesn't need it, the cross comes in, easily taken out though. Goodwin behind it, lifts the ball, back into the box, no flag for offside. Frank Gray hoists it away. I wouldn't have thought that Rotherham could impose much pressure on Sunderland the way the first half had gone, but they're finding some difficulties of Sunderland in the second. Douglas, Haycock. Goodwin in the box, it's easily clear. Johnson's head, again no flag, picked up by Buckley. He's been busy. Oh, it was always going to go wide. It was always going wide. John Buckley coming on for the start of the second half, along with number 12 Goodwin, and I think they've spruced up the Rotherham side substantially. Green. Bennett was there first. Crosby McPhail, the ball hitting his heel. Bennett. Mendonca, McPhail behind him. Nice touch to John Dungworth. Dungworth has support here. Buckley, inside is Douglas. It was a bad ball from Buckley, but Douglas controlling it. Now Armstrong, tackled by Goodwin. Oh! That's a bad challenge from the Rotherham fullback. Johnson, Haycock, and the ball bouncing over his head. Dungworth, he has a bit of space here. Being distracted by the half-time scores as we receive them. The news for Rotherham is actually so bad that even to draw today wouldn't be good enough. They need to win against Sunderland, and quite honestly, it's a mountainous task. Sunderland, it was said, wouldn't be playing as ambitiously as perhaps they have earlier in the season. For me, they've brought the home side, the home supporters with them. They want to go out with a bang, and Sunderland are doing just that, but it's a Rotherham corner. Over to take this is Darryl Pugh. It must be distracting those bobbies down there. The head was wide, goal kick. Lots of space now because Rotherham are pushing forward. Johnson. Mendonca. He looked for Goodwin, couldn't quite find him. Kay was there. Sunderland push out, Rotherham aware of it. Their long ball should be the goalkeepers. Sean Goodwin forward. Frank Gray getting the toe end, nudging it back, and Sunderland still on for another 3 points. 3 points that will put Rotherham United in dire straits. Headed forward by Haycock. Bennett there. Goodwin tries, but a free kick against him in favour of Armstrong. Douglas for Buckley, flicked for Mendonca. It returns to Buckley. Trying to get inside, but unable to do so. Green. Bennett. for Dungworth. Dungworth and McPhail. Peels for the hand, no flag. Pugh on a rebound, it's coming for Buckley. Good stop. Well taken by Ian Hesford. And Pascal and Sunderland go forward. This could be dangerous. At the end, it was a little tame. McPhail's head, forward by Pugh. It should be the goalkeepers. Well, an action-filled second half. And for a moment, some quiet. Johnson, free kick actually given against Green for the shove, the push. And a substitute for Sunderland. On comes Richard Ord, and off going Paul Lemon, who had a particularly good first half, been rather quiet in the second. Still the score, 1-2. And a free kick the other way. Haycock's head, Frankie Gray, John Buckley with him. The touch from Mendonca for Buckley, out on the right. Frankie Gray's there. Buckley gets to the byline, the cross! I was going to say cross, but it brought a special save from Hesford. Capped as an England under-21 several times, and showing his talents when it was needed most for Sunderland then. And Buckley with the corner. Across the ground, it wasn't good. Armstrong for Sunderland as they break. Gates on the right. Gabbiadini. Oh, he's inside. It should be 3. Well, Rotherham pushing forward, had to take the chances. Sunderland responding on a break from what was a poor Rotherham corner kick. And Gabbiadini scores his second and Sunderland's third. And Rotherham United are in trouble. Heading on for Haycock. Goodwin, Mendonca tries, got the head to it, and in the way was Kay. So Rotherham corner. Those Sunderland supporters are delighted. They're back with the cushion of a 2-goal lead. Now, can Buckley get this one on a red and white head? or even shirt. Johnson got the touch, Haycock, and then Pugh. It's a goal kick. And the champions have brought the town of Sunderland with them. Or it certainly sounds that way. Johnson managed to get there in front of Gabbiadini. Gates forward, there was a hand. And Sunderland have an opportunity to make it 4. Gray, the ball rebounding off his former Leeds teammate. Armstrong, the touch inside. Doyle. Well, was it going in? It was very close. And O'Hanlon playing the safety first. Good effort by Steve Doyle. Rotherham 1, Sunderland 3. And Sunderland celebrates as Gordon Armstrong takes this corner kick. Johnson heads, comes back to Doyle. No flag. Much to my amazement, it was a hand. Douglas on the touchline. Inside is Buckley. The cross, Mendonca's head. Good win! Well, it's somewhat illegal at the beginning. There was an arm. And the referee stopping the game for attention to a Sunderland player who looks in some difficulty. In fact, he looks in agony down there. Sunderland with 1 substitute on the park, of course. The second sub is Keith Birchin. And no indication of him taking his tracksuit off as yet. But the Sunderland player on the park looks in some trouble, while Sunderland celebrates. I said earlier that I had the feeling that Sunderland could step up a gear, and they certainly did that when Rotherham appeared to be getting back into the match, squeezing out the 3rd goal as Rotherham attempted to go forward looking for an equaliser. Well, he's back on his feet. And some of them have got a bird's eye view down there. And I think we'll be having the bounce up. Yep. In fact, the player's being called off. Some hesitation to do so because Keith Birchin is actually a forward spent some time with Norwich City and Birmingham. Well, how much time are we taking about this? On the ball is Armstrong and Douglas. McPhail. Clyde Mendonca hasn't yet been able to score this afternoon. Will he get an opportunity? Bennett's there to stop him. Johnson's head, free kick to Rotherham. Gates is wondering why. And the minutes are going by much too quickly for Rotherham. Less than 10 minutes on the watch now. And Crosby. It's a Rotherham ball. Trailing by 2 goals. 3 goals to 1. Doyle. Good ball. Well, Crosby was there. Dungworth again. Forward for Mendonca. McPhail in the way. Haycock tries again. Pugh. Goodwin. Gets a cross in on the ground. Oh! That one shouldn't have been missed, really. Pugh putting it wide. There'll be some hoarse Sunderland voices tonight. Birchin gives it to Pugh. Has to go forward. McPhail there. Green. Now then Gates. Gabbiadini goes down. The referee says a dive. Douglas. Kay. Well, it should have been cleared, shouldn't it? Kane to the box. Gates is at the back of it. Green, there's a collision. Well, a free kick given in Rotherham's favour. Somehow it doesn't look good for Rotherham, and it looks so very, very good for Sunderland. After going through the difficult times with Laurie McMenemy, Sunderland are bouncing back. And the way they've taken Division 3 this season, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next. They look so dangerous when they're going forward, Sunderland. And Gates and Gabbiadini particularly. Green was there. Free kick to Rotherham. It was conceded by Armstrong, although we'd probably argue about that. Into the last 5 minutes of the game. Bennett, Goodwin, Bennett, Pascal, Haycock, I'm not sure if that was intentional, but the free kick is to Sunderland. They're enjoying the last few minutes in the third division. Goodwin intercepts. I think it's all too late. Forward for Haycock. McPhail was there. Dependable, reliable. Armstrong with the throw. Douglas, Haycock, McPhail's with him. Haycock looks for Hughes making a run. Well, McPhail got the toe to it. Free kick to Sunderland. As we go into the last few minutes of the game. That's another Sunderland free kick. Perhaps Gabbiadini's looking for a hat-trick. Pascal. It's a Sunderland throw. Frank Gray moves across. The referee takes a look at the watch, checks with the linesman, gets the thumb up. Green, Douglas. It's out. It'll be a Sunderland throw just inside their own half of the field. Haycock with a clumsy challenge, the referee lets it go. They call that a forwards challenge. 1-2 with Gates for Armstrong. Gates again. Sunderland stroking it about beautifully. Armstrong, Gates, Gray. This is the swan song. It's a Rotherham ball. Haycock. Well, the ball taken from him by Doyle. Pascal for Gabbiadini, look at that. Lovely turn. This could be four. Birchin. Well, the substitute, Keith Birchin, makes it 4, and Sunderland go out celebrating. I don't somehow think that the goal will make a lot of difference to Rotherham's predicament. And the goal came when Sunderland really were at their best, stroking the ball around, finding the blue shirts so easily. Some nice one-touch football. and it's been a marvel to watch. And the referee still hasn't yet blown. Buckley for Dungworth and Crosby. Pugh. The cross. It looks for Haycock. Haycock's head. Bennett wide. It's a corner kick. Well, it's full time on my watch, and the linesman on my side has now signalled that time is up, according to him. Time perhaps for Buckley to take the corner. A head out, Armstrong away, presented to Douglas, the cross, but it was never going to find a red shirt. Birchin, one of the goal scorers. And Sunderland, their voices become louder. Douglas, Dungworth, and perhaps that linesman was signalling 2 minutes. I'm not quite sure now. Yep. There we go. The referee is the first off the park. And for Billy McEwen and Dennis Smith, two feelings absolutely opposite. No doubt about that. The third division championship goes to Sunderland, and they show the trophy to their supporters as they leave the field. In fact, the Sunderland players, for them it's a lap of honour, and really they've gone out with a great display today. There's no doubt about that. Sunderland have mastered the third division and taken it in turns to show the trophy, the championship trophy, to their supporters. For the formalities, the goals today, Marco Gabbiadini scoring 2 of them, Keith Birchin 1, and between the Gabbiadini goals, John McPhail converting a penalty. Those were the Sunderland goals, and Rotherham United scoring through the benefit of 1 own goal. Dennis Smith and his team are promoted and take the championship with them, and I'm sure the second division will know they've arrived next season. For Billy McEwen, if the scores that we had at half-time remain the same, Rotherham will be in a playoff position in a couple of weeks' time for a place in the third division. The Sunderland supporters are over the moon. Just listen to it. Well, the contrasting face of football. Rotherham United's in dire straits. They're depending on Blackpool and Plymouth to do something against Southend and Chesterfield. Both were losing by the odd goal, and it remains to be seen if Rotherham United can salvage something to avoid the playoff. But it appears to us as if Rotherham United are now in the playoff position at the bottom of the third division. They don't give a damn, they're promoted. They knew it last Monday when they beat Northampton 3-1, and they went one better, beating Rotherham by 4 goals to 1 at Millmoor today. Their final match of the third division, and I would bet anybody that it's their final match in the third division for many years to come. Goodbye for now from Millmoor.
Brentford 1, York City 2, Brighton 2, Crystal Rovers 1, Bristol City 1, Doncaster Rovers 0, Bury 0, Chester 1, Chesterfield 1, Fulham 0, Grimsby 1, Aldershot 1, Port Vale 1, Mansfield Town 1, Preston 2, Notts County 1, Walsall 0, Gillingham 0, and Southend 4, Blackpool 0. That means that the Millers will be in the playoff. The other scores, Division 1, Chelsea 1, Charlton 1, Coventry 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Everton 1, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 4, Portsmouth 1, Newcastle 2, West Ham 1, Norwich 0, Wimbledon 1, Nottingham Forest 5, Oxford United 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Liverpool 5. Bradford 1, Town 1. In Division 2, Bradford 3, Ipswich Town, Bradford 2, Ipswich Town 3. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 0. Sunderland Town 0, Sheffield United 2. Liverpool 1, Leicester City 2. Liverpool 1, Rotherham 4. Open Athletic 2, Bournemouth 0. Reading 0, Hull City 0. Shrewsbury Town 2, Plymouth 1.
And I don't know if you saw it, but the public address announcements brought a roar of approval from the Rotherham United supporters, because Grimsby only managed a draw at home against Aldershot by 1-0. Southend and Chesterfield both winning takes them above Rotherham, but definitely relegated from the bottom upwards. York, Doncaster, then Grimsby. Into the playoff position goes Rotherham United, who will have to play their matches in about 2 weeks' time, the 15th and 18th of May. So this ground will be used at least once more to see if Rotherham United still have a place in Division 3. But the sporting thing to see was the applause from the Sunderland fans when they knew what it was all about. We wish them the best of luck in the second division, and somehow I don't think they'll need an awful lot.
Result for us, but at least we're still clinging on. Okay? Have a safe journey back as well. If I can have Don up from Willing Stones to accept this, Don Buckley. Many thanks, Don, for your support again. Thanks a lot, mate. I'm sure they're all enjoying your drinks. Smile for the camera. Okay? Right, ladies and gentlemen. Not done yet. And from Triancore, I hope you've enjoyed yourself, Doug. Many thanks for coming. I know you've had a good time this afternoon. I accept that on our behalf, mate. Many thanks. We're not doing that, ladies and gentlemen. It's man of the match time now. And it's purely gone on your vote, so it's your choice for man of the match this afternoon. John's going to present 24 cans of stones to our man of the match. And it was the young lad that came on at half time. He's only made 2 appearances before today. Very well. Don't forget my 25% as usual. Okay, well done, man. You played extremely well. Well done. That's yours, it's yours. Is that yours, Doug? Yes. And the Sunderland man of the match this afternoon, he won it by 3 votes. Is Marco Gavriadini. All right, okay, thanks a lot. And we've just got one more, ladies and gentlemen, just before you go, Doug. I know all your guests have had a super afternoon. And I want something to remember this afternoon by. They've got something for you. On behalf of your guests, thanks a lot.